Mags Murphy to introduce the 100 Years video. Mags.
Thank you, Chair. The Labour Party is not simply a political party, it is a movement. It is a commitment to a set of universal ideals. It is the practical manifestation of a desire for a better country and a better future. In the video you will see now, party members discuss what the Labour Party means to them. We have all come into the party for different reasons. For some, it is their family heritage. Others are here because of an injustice they encountered in their workplace or their communities. Some are here because of Labour's commitment to equality. All of us are here because we believe in fairness, not just for ourselves, but for others too. Those beliefs, those ideals, have been an incredibly powerful force for change in Ireland. From the founders of the party through to the democratic programme of the First Dáil, from equal rights for women to the legalisation of contraception and divorce, from campaigns to improve housing to efforts to break the cycle of educational disadvantage. The belief that together we can forge a society where everyone can flourish has been the thread that connects Labour people through the decades, and it will continue to be our guiding principle in the decades to come.
The core value of the Labour Party would be to build a society in which people would have freedom of opportunity, a cooperative society in which everybody would be rewarded and looked after from cradle to grave.
I think if you were to look at one core value, I would think it's integrity.
Values of equality and fairness.
Making sure that no matter who you are or where you come from, that you have an equal opportunity to succeed in Irish society.
For me, the Labour Party has to work to build and be the social and ethical conscience of Ireland.
I saw it as a party that had a priority in the area of social justice and social justice reform.
I think an inclusive approach to politics and beyond politics to a societal level.
A kind of collective endeavour, which is more than just about a single individual, that it's about a society, about people working together.
Striving towards a more equal society where there aren't vast differences between the wealthy and the poor.
Where everyone has the opportunity to make a decent living, that we have a good future for our young people and security in old age.
A fair and just society in a country that we can be proud to live in.
And make sure that everybody gets an equal chance at a good life, a happy home, things like that. That's what the Labour Party really means to me.
You can go back to Lark and you can go back to people, the founders of the Labour Party. They stuck to the core values of the rights for people.
The oldest party in the state, we've been there, we've been part of the negotiations and drafting the first programme for government for this country. You know, we have a lot of success in the Labour Party and we need to talk and make sure people know about that.
The election of Mary Robinson was a transforming moment for Ireland and, of course, for the Labour Party.
I was just 4 years old at the time, and not only that she got elected, but the fact that she was such a revolutionary president, it meant that I grew up in an Ireland where whatever your gender was, it wasn't a barrier to how far you could go in life.
When James Connolly and his comrades took part in the 1916 Rising, his death, the actual sacrifice that he made, helped put Labour Party at the very forefront of politics in Ireland.
Something that's probably forgotten today is that back in the early 90s, 93, 94, there was the Brendan Smith affair. Dick Spring brought that into the public domain. He ensured that, in fact, child abuse was brought into the public domain and it wasn't covered up.
In Galway West, the election of Michael D. Higgins in 1981 to the Dáil. The last Labour TD that was elected in Galway was Gilbert Lynch in the 1920s.
The election of 1992, when the Labour Party made a historic breakthrough, and the subsequent time in government led by Dick Spring is a time that the party should be very proud of.
You can't underestimate the job that Larkin did in lifting a massive poverty in 1913. And I think that's probably the lasting legacy of the party.
In 2011, the fact that we became the second largest political party in Ireland and got 37 seats, a record for us.
Labour was the first major party to recognise that divorce was a civil liberty. We campaigned for it consistently, often against very ferocious opposition.
I mean, that was an enormously modernising moment in Irish history.
When Rory Quinn was Minister for Finance, he turned around the state finances, and when we left office, government budgets were in surplus. And had we been re-elected, we would not now be in the mess we're in.
The crowning force was the election of President Michael D. Higgins.
He's promoting a vision of solidarity, moving away from the individualism that has blighted the country during the Celtic Tiger, and I think he really is going to be a transformative president.
I believe that Labour has been one of the only party in Ireland that I could see that stood away from all the old type of civil war politics down through the years and looked towards the people of Ireland.
The lasting legacy has to be to bringing this country back from the brink, back from the edge of the cliff, and restoring the country to growth and prosperity, and most importantly, putting hope back in the country.
We have to be the party that leads the recovery of the economy. We have to be honest with people.
Okay, it is not maybe as fast as we would like it, but I think we're making very good progress given the overall economic difficulties.
Pride in our own country, which has gone with the beggar status we have been given by the previous administration, in short, a return to prosperity and confidence.
Being strong and defending workers' rights, which I think is another very strong part of the Labour identity.
That we begin to build a new republic with social democratic values.
To give a future to our young people. I've got 2 young children, and to hope that my children will be able to stay and work in this country.